Vancouver Convention Centre, a ceremony unveiling the city's plan to implement UNDRIP.
Makes Vancouver the first city in Canada, if not the world, to take the UN Declaration and use it as a framework for reconciliation, working with the local First Nations.
The plan was developed by the city and members of the Squamish, Musqueam and Tsleil-Waututh nations. It includes 79 calls to action and covers areas from affordable housing and revenue sharing to policing, public art and city design.
You know, it's about putting our identity back on the map. It's also about the rebuilding of Indigenous economies, and sometimes that comes with understanding of who we are and understanding that we do have strong nations that want to build or rebuild our economy that once were thriving for thousands of years.
UNDRIP was first adopted by the UN in 2007 and was initially opposed by Canada. But since then, UNDRIP legislation has been passed at the federal and provincial levels. The city began work on this document in 2021.
Every single member in that chamber at City Council is 100% behind this. And so this crosses, every single party in there wants this to happen.
Across the country, Ottawa marked 5 years since another key report, the inquiry on missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. There were criticisms those calls for justice have largely gone untouched.
With the majority showing minimal to no progress, this failure is not acceptable to our people.
But those here say this plan is different. They say accountability is baked in, as are Indigenous teachings.
And the values of Musqueam, Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh have really been the guiding force in how we've developed this, and I think that will continue on into implementation.
This action plan gives us that voice. We're not going through the Supreme Courts of Canada to say that we, Musqueam, Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh, have a right to be here.
The plan will be formally introduced to City Council on June 25th. Michelle Ghoussoub, CBC News, Vancouver.